What to Play presents 10 upcoming PlayStation exclusives coming out this 2021. Visit our website at whattoplay.com to see the full list of all upcoming PlayStation releases. Link in the description box below. Destruction All-Stars. The first of the unique titles the PlayStation has in store for their players, current gen or next gen. All-Stars is a celebration of metallic mayhem. Imagine Rocket League but with explosions and unrivaled chaos. Players will find themselves in a battlefield of scrap metal and blazing sparks. Select from a wide variety of All-Stars, each with their own signature style and vehicle. These daredevils will dodge, run away, or face the battle head-on, all for that satisfying victory. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, so PlayStation 4 players might have to skip this one, unless a console upgrade is on the way. It's bound for release this February 2021. Gran Turismo 7. One of the pioneers of realistic racers makes their grand return for the next generation of the PlayStation. This 8th major installment of the award-winning racing game from Polyphony Digital steers into the first half of 2021. Gran Turismo 7 sets the series to new heights with gorgeous visuals and a ton of room for customization for the hardcore car enthusiasts. It compiles all of the best things that made the GT series great with its 22 years of experience, and now that it's coming to the PlayStation 5 as a console exclusive, expect a refined racing experience. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. There's a lot of promise when it comes to the studio that gave players the fantastic Ratchet & Clank series, and just recently, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Rift Apart is the sequel to the modernized take of this dynamic duo. This next installment will follow the adventures of Ratchet & Clank after the events of the first game. It'll showcase the PlayStation 5's next-gen hardware with better load times, higher frames, and juicy 4K visuals. Combat plays similar like its predecessors, but the emphasis of time anomalies and jumping across timelines is something interesting.
I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time.
Unfortunately for PS4 players, it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive and it comes out early next year. Returnal. A console exclusive dedicated for the arcade players. From Housemarque, the team that created the groundbreaking Bullet Hell Resogun and the stylish Nex Machina, comes a whole kind of bullet hell action with a tinge of Lovecraftian horror. After crash landing on a mysterious alien planet, find the means to escape a horrifying time loop by battling extraterrestrial horrors in third-person shooting action with roguelike elements. Everything in this dreadful planet will decimate players, but like most roguelikes, it gets easier with each run. It comes out this early 2021 as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Horizon Forbidden West. Guerrilla Games sets the bar high for the future of Sony exclusives with this vibrant sequel of the Horizon series. Aloy returns as the main character, and she's determined to seek answers in this now abandoned Earth where mechanical creatures roam the land. Forbidden West will push the console experience to greater lengths with insane draw distance, improved loading times, and DualSense support. This will put their newly updated Decima engine to the test, providing an open-world experience like no other. While it's built for the PlayStation 5, Aloy's journey will also be coming to the PlayStation 4. Let's hope our old-gen consoles won't blow up. Horizon 2 is expected to release late next year. God of War Ragnarok. Also coming to the PlayStation 5 is Sony's beloved action-adventure IP. Ragnarok, though not its official title yet, will take place after the events of the first game and will continue the story of Kratos and his son Atreus as they escape the ever-watchful eyes of the Nordic gods. Expect big-budget set pieces that could even rival the first game's scale. Maybe we get to see some Thor or Odin boss fights, and by God of War standards, that's huge. There's not much info we know yet, but the game is slated for a 2021 release. It's a PS5 exclusive, but we're hoping a PS4 version might be available too. Granblue Fantasy Relink. A fresh action RPG will make its way to the PlayStation 4 as a console exclusive sometime next year. Set within the Grand Blue Fantasy universe, this 4-player co-op adventure will lure players into its fascinating world full of danger and mystery. Fans of Xenoblade or the recent hit Genshin Impact will find their cast of characters charming, especially with its heavy anime aesthetics. The game has suffered development issues since the pandemic started, and the release date is completely moved to the unknown. However, there's high hopes that the game will make it next year, and maybe, just maybe, a PS5 release too. Lost Soul aside, from here on, we've reached uncharted territories of PlayStation 4 exclusives. These games have been in limbo for quite some time now, but we're hoping for an actual release or some news sometime next year. Just recently, the project was just funded by Sony and Epic Games, so it looks like we might be seeing this game very soon, as a timed console exclusive. Lost Soul Aside is part of the few games that remain in slumber since its reveal in 2016. It's developed by a small team of passionate Chinese developers, and it borrows mechanics from notable character action games like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, and most especially Final Fantasy XV. Wild. Since its reveal 5 years ago, Wild Sheep Studios' ambitious open-world survival remains dormant with no news and latest gameplay. It promises a massive world to explore alone or with friends. Players are encouraged to be one with nature. They will attune to the elements, craft powerful tools, and tame the creatures that walk the earth. Judging from its screenshots, it's almost impossible to see these kinds of graphics competing for next-gen or current-gen gaming. Surely a visual update is currently in the works, which explains its long absence. Sadly, all we can do is wait. Project Awakening. There's a number of PlayStation exclusives that are never heard from again. One of them was Cygames' Project Awakening, an ambitious open-world RPG set in a high fantasy realm. Compared to the other titles that disappeared, Project Awakening has a good chance of actually making out of development hell. Exclusivity remains a controversial topic in the gaming world, now that cross-platform and cross-save is possible. We might be seeing a decrease in console exclusives in the years to come. Maybe we'll hear more about these games next year, or never.